Yeah.
I ain't dealing with this shit.
Trevor, I finished my sandwich.
No. You don't
No, I
eat.
did.
You can eat and do a tier list at the
No,
same
I
time.
did it. I finished it. I'm just telling you.
Oh, okay.
Congrats.
No, you didn't, Danny. There's no scientific proof that ever happened.
Look at my stomach.
No.
No.
Oh, I have to file save this so I don't overwrite the other tier lists. Alright, so today we are doing websites. As in just actual websites that we visit on any sort of daily basis when we're browsing the web and stuff.
And we visit all these sites all the time. By the way, all of
All
us do.
the time. All the time.
I have consulted most of the people here. I think Danny's the only one I didn't really approach.
Danny doesn't use the internet.
So we are
Danny
going
reads
to...
the newspaper.
I can sometimes use the internet, but only when I have my sandwich, which I currently do not have because I finished it.
Danny goes to the library and goes to the websites and then prints them out and then reads them on the bus back home.
It's an efficient way to browse. Okay, what's our site list, Trevor?
He has the best eyesight.
Well, we do what we do every tier list, which is we just do it. I mean, it's listed right here. I have them sorted by file size so that it's mostly random. We're just going to kind of see them as they come along and try and sort them just like we have in the previous. So, are we ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
I think we
No.
should break traditional formats, but okay.
We have to be edgy and separate ourselves from the mold.
I don't feel like I have an opinion on Tumblr.
Oh, I love it.
It's F tier.
F.
No,
F.
no,
No,
no.
I'd say A.
Are you a leg beard? I don't
No.
think so.
But it's a C tier.
I got a lot of
Sorry.
knowledge from Tumblr.
It's like a worse version of Reddit, a worse version of 4chan.
It helped me through my teens.
Together.
It helped me in those early high school years. Okay.
It was nice till they got rid of the porn.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
and
They
that
don't
brings
have porn
it
anymore.
down even further. So another reason why it goes in F tier. There's
All right, we
reason.
better have fucking what is it?
So, wait, are there people here who are actually going to fend for Tumblr?
I would say it's
No.
a C.
No, it's
I
not.
see.
It's an F.
I enjoyed
Because
it. I enjoyed it.
based on what I'm hearing, I want to put it in D.
I think that's fine.
Depends what you're looking for when you're on Tumblr.
There's
It's
nothing
different
to look for on Tumblr. Just
Well,
I
not
found a
everyone.
lot of Harry Potter memes on Tumblr from
This is
the
true.
biggest, gaudiest
yeah.
Patronus, and I loved it.
fine. Twitch.
Trevor, you better have DeviantArt on here. I'm just saying.
Ooh, yeah.
all
B.
right,
B, B,
Twitch.
B, B.
Twitch, I would
C or
say,
D, I'd say.
Solid
yeah,
site.
C or B.
I want to say B because I still, like, there's other websites, like YouTube can do live streams now. So it's not like you're going to twitch.tv all the time for gaming content. And I typically don't crave live streaming like the devil. I don't, because I don't
Well,
watch
the-
esports, or I'm not super crazy about any of that. And I don't think any of you guys are either, really. So
Well,
I've used it to interact with like Magic channels and like Magic live streams,
oh, okay.
and I think that it's cool just because like it was the first. So I think it's like I would say it's a C to
Really?
B.
I was gonna give it a B, but I mean, D.
C to B. I mean, I think it has its merit. It doesn't belong below C.
I would say
But-
C is fair.
I think it's I mean it's good to spend like your entire week watching other people play video games, but the other great thing that you can do is you know, just funnel all your paychecks to the e-girls on there, you know.
Twitch does have an e-girl scene.
More like an e-girl problem.
Depends on how you see it.
Just kidding, I like them.
Sure
Ooh,
you do.
Used to be C, but now it's D. D is
What
for
is this?
DeviantArt.
What
It's
is this?
DeviantArt's.
That's the I don't even know the logo, but
Yeah,
that's
that's the redesign.
This is DeviantArt.
oh
That
okay.
goes straight into F.
D.
No, don't put it in F. When you know what you want, and if what you want is furry pics, that is the place to go.
No, it's contaminated. You don't want to go there.
Deviant does a better job at delivering just really, you know, that poncy, ridiculous art content that people who have way too much passive income do with their time. If you want that kind of art, Deviant is perfect, I think.
It is Deviant after all.
But
Or
if
you,
it's
or you could look up like Sonic inflation pictures, or like Tails getting pregnant, or something like that.
what, like, if I mean memes.
But
maybe.
without DeviantArt, you couldn't find those through a Google search. Like DeviantArt is what brings those obscure like.
But do you want
Arts
to
to-
find those? Dang.
Yeah.
Well,
When
maybe you do.
That's why I said. That's why I said when you know what you want. Like if you're looking for inflation Sonic porn, the only reason you're gonna find anything is because DeviantArt exists. Without
Yeah, I feel like
DeviantArt,
it fulfills a niche that's necessary.
it
does
yeah.
it well.
It's where you
Yeah,
find your
It's like a niche of like going into like the Chernobyl reactor room.
No,
Like
no,
that
put it
kinda
in
niche,
D.
like you
I'm
don't.
just saying it's not F.
Yeah, I don't think it's Twitch worthy, but I think D.
Wait, how did Twitch make it in C? That should be B.
I don't know what you guys would put in F then.
I think we should pull everything up a notch.
Right now?
Like-
You want
No.
to do that?
Why?
No.
No, no.
Okay.
no.
All right. I
Well,
guess not.
we'll wait a bit.
Okay. okay.
We're only 3 websites into fucking 63. All right. Oh,
Oh, it's a
wonderful.
solid-
F is
solid
for Facebook.
D tier.
Hmm?
Oh
Someone-
mean-
no, F is for Facebook. I agree.
Hmm.
No, there's a
Why-
lot
why
of
is it
there's
not?
a lot of business potential in there. There's a lot of business potential in Lord Farquaad's castle. There's a lot of room to advertise, and the advertisements actually pay off. Especially
Okay, but like, I don't disagree with you, but like, are we using like going at this from a consumer standpoint or from a business standpoint? Because from a business standpoint,
well,
Facebook's
I make
godsend.
money on there. So,
But I hate it as a user standpoint. Like
So
the
do
reason
I.
that Facebook is so, then we should put it in F tier. This is
No.
not a business rating list.
I don't care. I use it for business.
Damn it, Tyler. We don't care about you making money.
Bro, how else am I gonna make money? There's so much of it comes from Facebook.
All right,
Like,
hold
I-
on. I think I hate the UI. I hate that Facebook has basically been second to all the random innovative features that have been happening in social media for the past few years. And I hate the games on Facebook, but Facebook is a bit more morally upstanding than other social media platforms like Snapchat and Instagram.
What?
I
What do you mean morally upstanding?
It doesn't fund half-naked girls on
You have
TikTok
the-
and other bullshit like that.
You have the,
Only because it's like
older-
it's the leader like seen by like the government as like this is like if we go after Facebook, all these other social media platforms will follow suit. Like it's the big boy that they target, so like they try and be the best, but like you know that there's some obscure pedophile ring like working
Yeah,
on
but-
Facebook
but
just as
Facebook-
much.
Facebook is guilty of all that, the same as any other social media platform. But why do people go on Facebook?
to make money.
Because they're old boomers.
Yeah, Facebook is like old people network now.
See, the consumer side is bullshit. I wouldn't have like if I could delete mine, I would, but you need an account to run a page. So
I
would not let my child make a Facebook. Let's put it that way. I would let my child make a DeviantArt and a Tumblr before a Facebook.
Danny, I hope you never have kids.
I'm
Ouch.
calling CPS
What do you think?
All right, so
preemptively.
what are we doing with Facebook? We need to move this along because we got a lot of shit.
I want to
It's not-
put it in F.
It's not going in F tier.
Can we put it in D tier then?
Throw it in D
Yeah.
with
Right.
Tumblr and
C
D.
or D, I don't know.
Most of it is bad, but you can make good money on it.
What are we rating sites on? I don't really understand. Like,
So
It's-
we're just rating them.
Whatever you think.
Yeah,
I
so-
disagree with Tyler's business rating scheme,
We
but
don't
I'm not
have-
going to say he can't use it,
We're
even
do-
though I want to.
we don't have an SOP. We're doing tier lists. We're not, assembling a piece of electronic equipment.
Immigrant.
Oh, geez.
Gosh, why are all these sites
D.
D?
That's fine.
See,
Get set.
it just exists.
It's
I
a
guess.
good file host. I'll
It-
give it that.
Yeah,
I
I might
do.
give it a
I
C.
do.
I don't know, I don't
have.
browse it.
I have a lot of images on Imgur. I don't.
Yes.
Okay, I've only used it when sent a link to view another image from another
Yeah,
some
that's-
other site.
And that's
so.
fine. But I'm never going to browse that website.
Yeah, I
on my
know.
own.
I'm never gonna.
There are
specifically
so
look
many
on
better
it.
ways to spend your time.
Oh, F,
F. F.
Gosh,
But where else are you gonna get all your quizzes from, guys?
Facebook's bug.
Everywhere.
The Facebook BuzzFeed, the Instagram BuzzFeed. Like you don't need the site. Like they're on every other site. They infest everything else. So if you want BuzzFeed.
That feeds the site money.
Yeah, but like if you really want BuzzFeed, you shouldn't even use their site. You should just use another social media platform that they've invaded.
S.
S?
Yeah, I mean, like, where else can you like buy and sell hamsters online? Guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
That-
that's like I would say that's like a C to a D.
Honestly, I don't think
Where
I've
do you
ever
find
been
your
to this
porn?
website.
I mean,
Okay.
where else would I get all my pet
I'm
hamsters
in
from?
now.
Okay.
Yeah, your butt hamsters.
Yeah. Where?
I
would-
mean, what makes this different from any other porn site?
There's way more stuff, and
Wait,
it's like
it
you
has
can look
porn?
up
I
stuff
would
in
say,
different
yeah.
languages, and
I
you
was.
get-
I mean, a lot of these porn sites have a good variety of content, but I would say Xhamster tends to make it more accessible, if you know what I mean.
No, Trevor, I don't know what you mean.
Trevor, if you want your midget porn, you can find it on Xhamster. I'll give you that. But
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. You find
I
it-
don't want to find that. And I don't like that that's like it's too accessible for me. I like it
Oh.
clean.
So no, we have to rate it higher because you guys rated Tumblr and DeviantArt higher for
Yeah, we-
bullshit niches.
How is
Okay,
it?
it's not going above B. That's for
Oh, but
sure.
what if someone wants to watch their midget porn, Danny?
I don't give a fuck. Stop
I-
fucking that.
I want to rate it on the utility of the website, not particularly its content. So if you're gonna be in this boat of porn,
No,
is-
yeah, no,
Porn is-
that doesn't make sense.
I'm not in that boat.
Yeah.
I'm not in that boat. I'm
Porn
going off
has
the
a-
basis of
porn has a
It-
negative stigma.
has-
I'm gonna
no,
put it
it
in
has
D for
no-
that reason.
no. That's not why. I'm going off of the stance that it does not do, at least in my experience, a good job of filtering out like
See-
the like shitty stuff.
Well, it's kind of like the same
Like the
problem
stuff
as
you
YouTube.
wouldn't wanna
the
see.
the YouTube problem where you're like watching one thing and you see something else that you really do not want to watch, but it's in
Yeah.
your feed because
Exactly.
reasons.
But it's like
I-
that times 100. Like I just like dislike
I mean,
seeing stuff
I
that
think
I
that's a
don't want
porn
to
thing
see.
more than just a YouTube thing. Anyways,
Yeah,
No.
I'm
I think
between
it does
C and
a
D.
worse
Where do you
job.
guys want to put it?
I'm okay
you
with
gotta,
this.
you gotta find your midget porn somewhere.
I'm okay with a C.
Damn, we're gonna rearrange a lot of stuff.
C is a site. I think C is a site that you would occasionally visit, like by choice, and I would put that. I would say that that's acceptable as a C.
What the hell is S then? We're starting so low here.
We'll
S
rearrange
is
it.
Okay.
S is a
Alright.
site that I would spend like most of my time on.
Like Pornhub.
Glassdoor.
Glassdoor.
It's pretty good.
That's a B.
Well, there's.
I don't know, I've never used this website before.
I feel like it's
I don't
missing
know what it
lots
is.
of information, and it only gives you a very minimal amount.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
asks for a lot of data,
I'm pretty sure that there's some paywalls on
Yes.
Glassdoor as well. So
but it's good for what it does.
Maybe like a
yeah,
B.
finding
I
out that
Yeah.
I can find out that that my job pays anywhere between $20 and like 100,000 a year on
No,
Glassdoor.
you're using it wrong.
All right. So C or B.
Using it right. D.
I'd say B because of what it tries to do.
I would
even
say
if it has a
that
paywall.
yeah, this does have its issues, but it presents jobs in a very clean and straightforward manner, and it has pretty subtle alerts to your email inbox and all that stuff. It's not super annoying to use. It's just a clean experience for what it does. So I think
And
it at least belongs in C.
I like the transparency of it. Like it allows
Yeah.
you to trash talk your employer and like expose interview questions. I
It's-
don't know. I really
That's
appreciate
true.
that.
I guess you can bump it up a rank for that.
That's why I like it, because like for its uniqueness and like, I don't know, giving information to the people
Trevor,
that are
have
trying to
you,
apply.
have you left a review for Worldwide Flight Services yet?
I haven't had to because they have almost less than 2 stars on that website.
Nice.
Bump it down to 1 star, Trevor.
I probably
What do you
should.
Yeah,
I
Trevor,
probably
bump
should
it
write a
down. Bump that shit. Bump it. Bump it, boy.
Oh,
that's
S,
solid.
Oh, S.
Yeah,
S.
Yeah, I'm inclined to say A or S. Like, it's a solid website that I have no complaints about. It's very useful.
Very clean UI.
Honestly, their UI could be better. I think it's a little bit unintuitive for new people, but
I think in that case, it's really geared towards people who code,
Oh, well,
think
yeah.
which is obvious. It's not meant for somebody who's just going to browse the site randomly, so I'm between A and S in that regard.
I'd say S.
I'd throw it in F tier.
Even
'cause I
for
use
like
it for-
information on things,
Like,
like,
do you
I found
guys
it
think
pretty
that this is
useful.
the best repository website? Almost
Yes.
every
Fuck
open
yes.
source
Yeah,
project
yes.
uses it, so I would want
Yeah.
to say S for that reason.
yeah,
so
I would go S.
we'll go
And
ahead.
anything that it is not GitHub is like based on GitHub.
I would say F tier because I don't know how to code. So
Damn
Learn
it, Tyler, why don't you
Yes.
fucking learn?
I
that?
wanted to go in F. This conversation makes me feel self-conscious. Hey, all right.
that's a
So
solid F tier.
Pretty good.
No experience.
I
I
don't know if
trade
that
all my
website-
coins on Robinhood.
It's a solid website. I mean, they were like the first good place to buy Bitcoin, and they have good UI. It's all they don't really support any of like the cool new stuff though. Like there's all this like you put your Bitcoin into Coinbase and then they actually have it, which kind of defeats the whole point of Bitcoin, which
Yeah.
is that you don't have to trust anyone else.
I kind of like go back to the conversation that you and I had in the car, where Coinbase kind of misconstrues the whole idea. Like, it's definitely distorted my perception on cryptocurrency, which I feel like is important. So, for that reason, I would want to put it lower down. But I do agree that its interface is very clean. It introduces people to cryptocurrency, which I think is also important.
But you
And-
shouldn't be buying cryptocurrency. So low tier.
That's a bit subjective.
Well, that's what it is.
I don't know.
in my
B or
opinion.
C?
See?
I
We do see
I would say B.
C is fine.
Twitch
C,
and
all right.
Xhamster and Coinbase.
Okay.
Yes.
Go to those websites equally.
But
All
that's
the
I'd give it an A, I think.
Really? Hmm.
It's like a cheaper Amazon. Your stuff takes longer, and once again, there's a huge business potential in drop shipping on there.
Oh yeah.
But even from the consumer standpoint, you can say it's a cheaper Amazon, basically.
I
wouldn't know.
the
I don't
cheap
know what it is.
electronics on AliExpress are like, you can find a lot, but I don't trust it even still. It just feels shady.
Well, I don't want to judge it on that, because in that way, like, if you look at it objectively, AliExpress actually has a pretty decent and comparable interface to most shopping websites of its type. I don't know. It circumvents a lot of commercial law regarding commerce, because most of their sellers just send you shit with gift checked on the package, which is not at all what it is. It's a commercial product. They're trying to sell you actual Chinese shit, but not
Yeah.
with brand names on it and not through a company, which is all that's the problem with drop shipping too, is it's all not very legitimate. So it's sketch in that way. It's not sketch in really the way that the website works. The website
No, I know, but like
You can buy
feel
something
like
on the website,
I
you'll
feel
get it
like
every
I'm
time.
committing a crime when, whether or not I am, has no bearing on. Like,
I mean,
the
you're
fact-
not committing a crime, but it is harming retail in America. So that's pretty much the gist that I get from AliExpress. And I mean, it's not going to stop me from buying stuff on AliExpress. But
Yeah.
yeah. that fair? We good with B?
I'm okay.
I can accept it.
Sure.
Was that?
eStar Trade.
Stock.
It's basically a stock trading platform.
I've
No.
only
I'm
used
too
Robin.
dumb.
Yeah, I've only used Robinhood.
Compared to other platforms, the last that I don't personally use it, but the last I've heard of it, the fees are kind of ridiculous on it. So you're better off using Robinhood, or you're better off using pretty much any other platform.
I use
Although
Vanguard.
you can see a decent amount of information, like the charts and everything, so it is a solid website. I'd probably put it in the C.
I kind of want to put it in D. Does anybody have any disagreement with that, or?
I don't have a disagreement with that. I would,
D.
Don't know
and-
enough.
like Robinhood kind of changed the game on it, and I, as far as I know, haven't caught back up. Ooh, Match.com.
Never
So,
used it.
has
I'm
anybody
You
not-
better have
used
farmers
the
only
source
on here, Trevor.
Hmm?
You better have farmers only. I haven't used Match, but I've used farmers only.
Yeah,
You
Trevor,
find
you
nice
better have
girl.
farmers only in
Why
here.
have
We
you
had
used
this
farmers only?
discussion yesterday. Better.
Never used it.
We'll put it in N then, because I get the feeling none of us have used it.
No.
Kickstarter.
Oh my god.
Well, it's
That's
like
a fun
it's a
website.
worse version of GoFundMe. So
I think it gets like a little bonus points just for iDubbbz Kickstarter crap.
but if you don't meet
See.
your goal, then you lose it all. So GoFundMe lets you take out bits and pieces as you go.
Mm.
So if you don't meet it, then you lose everything, and that just sucks for some people. I'd throw it in D. GoFundMe is significantly better.
Does anybody disagree with that?
No.
I mean, I like it. I think their interface is nice and they present everything well.
I mean, that's why I
That's
would.
why it doesn't go in F.
Yeah. I'd be happy for it to stay out of F because
The concept
and
kind
it-
of ruins the site, I think.
it also, but it was also kind of the origin of crowdfunding, which I think is a pretty cool way for private business to spawn and people to get some experience. So
Yeah.
obviously we have to give it that as well. Excuse me.
What is this?
The fuck
What's
is
that?
this?
It's a website where you can custom make T-shirts.
Oh.
I don't want to do
You
that
mean
though.
Redbubble?
You mean custom ink?
And
Yeah. Get that shit out of there.
Damn. Good guys. Shit.
Ooh,
Oh,
S.
S. Superb
say S.
interface, very functional, very easy to use. And up until
I'd say-
recently, you could find a hooker through it.
Wait, what? Kian?
Looks like, yeah.
You still can. You just gotta try harder,
Something
Kian.
you do.
I'd say A tier, just because of how sketchy and filled with ads and bullshit.
Actually, I'm okay with that. The UI on Craigslist is not actually great.
No, it's
What's
not.
it? I guarantee Kian and Yana like it because it has the aesthetic equivalent of a IRC chat board.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think I would put it in A. It's my go-to for shopping, but
It's easy to
like I go
sell
to
from.
Craigslist before eBay because like if I don't want to, like I find eBay trying to shop locally, like so I don't have to wait for shipping and go pick it up, like a lot more difficult. Craigslist seems like more geared towards that.
A or B?
Craigslist is a pillar of the
A.
internet.
I'm fine
A,
with
please.
either.
Yeah, and it's like a historical pillar of the internet.
That is true. Like we had the Craigslist murders and all the memes and just the idea of online shopping it's kind of a twist on it, which is kind of cool.
Oh,
Oh.
that's solid F tier.
F.
right
F.
there.
Just because Trump
What?
used it.
Not a fan of
I
Twitch.
wake up, I turn over.
There's no
Kian's
good
on his phone,
characters on
browsing
Twitter.
every day.
I like saying stupid things on Twitter.
Exactly. See, Kian's on it, so
I
it
do.
goes
I
into
do
F
like.
tier.
I do like the Trevor's Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an S tier.
Here's a
for
solid
sure.
A
That's pretty
or
good.
S. Yeah.
S
Great.
tier.
What is SCP? I don't know.
Well, you're gonna
Well,
go down
you're
a
on
rabbit
it.
hole when you figure it out.
What
Good.
is it?
It is people can submit their own I guess, technical articles about contained anomalies, and anomalies can mean anything.
Like monsters. Like I
Yeah,
feel like
monsters, objects, stuff that's
Supernatural, yeah.
someone
and
should write
Oh,
an
hell
article
yeah,
on
that-
this.
that's
ethereal,
it's very, very interesting. And there's
other
a lot of
otherworldly. It mostly plays on the conspiracy theory stigma that people kind of have fascinations with, and just the idea of fascination with the mysterious, kind of like the television show Lost. But it's very much, it's quite cool. You should definitely check it out. I think you would like it.
absolutely.
So, in that regard, do we want to put it in? I almost want to put it in S tier.
S
think it's
tier,
worth
it's
it.
amazing.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
pretty
more it's a
good.
rabbit hole. The more you dive in, like the better it gets.
Yeah, let's definitely put it in S tier. I would say it's that good.
I feel like we're gonna learn some new sites here. Well, some people will. It'll be great.
Yeah, I kind of was looking forward to the websites one.
A
Mm.
tier.
It's alright.
Sure to find my Patreon. Make
It
gratuitous videos.
It
and
helps
20 bucks a
YouTubers
month, you get
recover
early
from the
access.
apocalypse.
Yeah,
50
I
bucks a
think
month,
I
send
would
you
put it at B
Patreon,
tier.
do the stickers.
I think I've disagreed with some of like Patreon removing people from the platform for like things they do off platform, and then there's sometimes where I agree with it. So like, I don't know how I feel quite about it, but like, I think it's a B tier company. They do help people. for
Yeah,
the most
B. Solid. No complaints.
B is for based.
It's not something I'll go on because like, but like I'm happy it exists.
The only reason I wouldn't put it higher is because it perpetuates less legitimized business, kind of like AliExpress does. There's tons of people who have
Oh yeah, like
probably
sign
well
up for my Patreon for my Snapchat nudes. and
probably
stuff, yeah.
well and have the capability of just contributing their talents to a company or a team or making a business themselves, but they don't want to because they're lazy, so they make a Patreon instead. And they evade taxes and other shit too, which is also not so cool.
I think that's a people problem rather than the website problem.
What are you talking about? Evading taxes? Am I good America? Hell yeah, libertarian.
It's okay. I mean, I've
It's boomerish.
on Google as well.
Boomerish, I agree.
Gotten some good information.
It's decent for like finding hotels and stuff, but I feel like you can get better stuff in Expedia. So
D.
B?
probably like I'd give it
no,
C.
D.
You can
D?
you can find
Yeah,
stuff on
C.
it.
C or
It's
D.
functional. It's functional.
It's functional, so in that regard, would it go in C, or would you guys still think it would be D?
It's okay. It's functional and okay. Like I've
Well,
browsed,
see, I
browsed it a
wouldn't
few
go to it
times,
on
but-
purpose the way I would X Hamster.
Yeah,
So
I would go to it on
you-
accident
You'd want it to be
because
on
some
D then.
link led me to it, and I'd be
Well,
like,
then what,
okay, I guess.
what about DeviantArt then?
S tier.
No.
You're
See,
getting
because
the wrong people.
DeviantArt fits a niche.
I-
TripAdvisor
yeah.
doesn't fit any
I,
sort
mean, I
of
don't
niche.
go on DeviantArt since like
There's
I was
many.
in middle school.
There's many a sites that you can sub out for TripAdvisor.
F tier.
Apple.com.
Wait, what? Apple.com? Yeah,
Their
F
website's
tier.
solid.
F tier.
F.
No, no, it's a great
Wait,
website.
hold
You,
up.
like,
The
go there
site
and you
itself
see
is-
Doesn't
exactly
matter
what
if
they
it's
have
great.
next.
It has Apple products on it, so it's F tier.
I
Throw it in
agree.
F.
Why is it on the list?
We're judging the website here,
Sacrifice
right?
it. F for respect.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
It's one of my favorite like websites in terms of like actually presenting what they have.
But what,
The
so
website-
What they
means
do
that you
have,
to
I
buy
dislike.
Apple products, so
The
if you wanna use
website solely exists to force people through the turmoil and just it's just a forced thing that people have to go through. They have to download iTunes because Apple will not give you any other option to load and unload things from your iPhone onto a computer. So
Actually,
you have
no,
to go.
they fixed that in the newest version of macOS. You just do it through Finder. It's much better.
But why does
What
Apple?
if you have a Windows computer, which is what 90% of people
well,
have?
no, then you're still.
You have to. You're forced to go to Apple.com and you're forced to download iTunes, and then for that reason, Apple.com goes in F.
Yeah, it's part of the Apple ecosystem, and I dislike the Apple ecosystem.
I mean, that's fair.
It-
That's pretty much a part of it, but principally,
It
that's
tears
what,
up it tears up your software if you try to leave and go to a third party. So
like 3% of the time
it
that I'm spending.
it destroyed my music library, and it destroys pictures that Android send it as well. So
Well, and I know that they'll probably say, "Oh, well, Apple fixed all those issues." They only have to do it once for you to forever have that stigma with Apple. Apple.com is not a bad website, I'll give it that. But 3% of the time I'm on it is when I'm browsing and looking at MacBooks and,
Okay, wait.
recommendations.
I
for
don't
credit.
think it belongs in F. I would put it in D.
No, because it's like
No.
It's
See,
no,
Trevor, I'm going off of voting. Yana and Kian like it. Me, you, and Tyler vehemently hate it.
It's like
But
vehemently.
that does
So-
that. So by the average of that voting, it goes in D.
It's like-
Compromise, 'cause,
it's
Yeah,
like me,
Trevor, you gotta compromise on this one. It goes in D,
Guys.
despite it can't go in F if people like it. F is
Am I-
reserved.
Am I gonna get a word in
Wait,
or
hold
what?
up. What about Kian liking Twitter? We didn't listen to that.
Wait, did
Yeah,
Kian
but
say he
that's-
liked Twitter?
That was just
Okay.
one out of all
No.
of us.
Okay,
No one
so
else liked Twitter.
So go ahead, Trevor. Say your piece, but I don't know how you're going to justify two
Well,
out of the five
I mean,
people liking it and it being
Trevor has veto power. You have to
No,
remember
he
he's
does
the one
not.
with the mouse.
Yes, he does.
I'm going to say
Trevor
no.
literally
I'm
has-
vetoing his veto power.
Coup d'etat.
Okay, go ahead, Trevor. Go ahead.
we're spending too much time on this as it is, but my take is that it's like a capital crime. And I know that's a slippery slope, but if you do something horribly bad, like so bad that it goes on your record and it pollutes people's stigma for years, then that takes away anything good that you have done at all. It doesn't matter. Like it's like being a murderer and then saying, "Oh, but I donated some money to the local soup kitchen." No. It's not. Apple.com it belongs in F tier, and Twitter does too.
And also,
Well, okay,
you put Almond
so-
Joys in F tier, so
Trevor, I agree with your stance on
Yeah.
Apple, but I disagree with the putting it in F tier because 2 people out of the 5 liked it.
Danny,
So averaging it out, it
it's
can't
fine.
be F.
I agree
Right?
with Danny, but I respect Trevor's right to veto.
All right. If the two people are okay with it being an F, I'm fine with it. But just going off of our past tier list experience, we've put things
Well,
higher
you.
than the
What's the
vehemently
next one,
disagreeing.
Trevor? It's over.
We really need to move along.
Are you in a
Why
hurry,
is this so,
Trevor?
why is this so
Fucking
small? Oh, it's XK.
Yeah, alright.
I'm
It's
not
a cool
really,
website.
but we still have a lot of fucking websites to go.
what is that?
It's a long night.
It's a webcomic. I mean, has anyone besides me
It's
like?
pretty good.
I've
It's
browsed it by Kian's recommendation quite a bit, but have we
I don't
all?
know what this is.
Tyler doesn't know what
Yeah,
it is.
maybe
Sean,
I do
since
not.
Not enough people.
Danny.
I do not.
Okay, it goes in N then. I know that's just half and
Wow,
half and not quite
guys.
majority, but unfortunately, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say it goes in N. Has anybody
What the
visited?
hell?
I've never visited this site.
This is like
It's an A tier. A
this is
tier.
like Squarespace that you make a shop basically. You make your own shop. It's an e-commerce template thing. Site generator.
So it's kind of like a Wix.com, but for people who want to make an
Yeah.
online store.
It doesn't just have to be for e-commerce. You can sell services, or you can just make a regular website on it if you want. But I mean, the whole point of it is to sell things,
So it's
and it's a very, very, very user-friendly way to create a good-looking website.
like a Fiverr alternative.
No, it's like
no,
a
no.
WordPress alternative, kind of.
It's like an alternative, yeah, WordPress. It's like a more user-friendly WordPress for shops.
But it's
It's
not.
very good.
But WordPress is downloadable. Like you can actually install it on your server. Shopify, from what I'm
Yes.
getting, you guys are
Shopify
saying
takes
it's,
10 times shorter to set something up.
but it's like a Wix.com sort of thing where you have to go on their online system, their platform, and build the site yourself.
Yeah,
yeah.
sort of. But it's really good.
And
But how many people
and-
haven't heard of it?
I have not.
yeah, no.
I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah. Sorry, we can't rate it then.
Ah, yeah,
S.
bye.
A or S. Pretty good.
That's A or B.
I'd A.
Give it a B, I think.
I would say A.
Fills a niche
Uh,
in a good way.
I'm I would otherwise put this in ARS, but I want to put it in B because I've been a seller on eBay for a couple of years, and it's horrible. eBay is completely buyer biased. If the buyer says anything, basically all the buyer has to say is, my product has a couple of dead pixels on it, and you have to pay the return shipping, and you have to pay for whatever damages that the customer did to your package when they were in possession of it and in the shipping back and forth. It's not at all for private, like, local selling or just everyday, like, people who want to put anything on eBay, like just some little artifact that they have around the house or an old laptop. Don't do it on eBay, please. You'll dig yourself a hole.
Who the hell uses this still?
I haven't.
We're gonna compare it to X Hamster.
Okay, Pornhub is the best porn site. I haven't used RedTube since I was 12.
Damn, Yana, we're
I
learning
haven't
a lot
used
about Yana
RedTube
today.
since 1876.
I don't
D or F tier.
look at porn very much.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm not
Probably
a user, so I don't know.
Sure, all of you.
Of RedTube? Yeah,
I'm
I
saying-
don't use RedTube.
I am going to say I do watch my fair bit of porn. I'm going to say hand on heart that I actually have never used RedTube. I've never really
Yeah, I don't. I
felt a
can't.
need.
I know it exists, but I can't recall using it.
Are we going to put it in N then? Like,
I
just
think
not
it
enough
belongs
of
in
this.
Yeah.
I would say C. It's not worse than X Hamster.
Let's go video by video and rate it.
Let's do some
Ooh.
research.
Oh.
Literally what?
No, not F.
Who?
Not F.
F?
Not
Yeah,
Is there
F.
any
More
reason
like
to not
who?
put it in
I'd
F?
say
Because
D.
Yahoo.
I'd say D.
That's
When was the
like
last time you went
that's
to
how, that's how Mario
yahoo.com?
goes hyperspeed in the speedruns.
When it's on my default browser.
Yeah.
Is this
It's
include-
very good for installing Google.
Who is Cora on this list? I
Well,
forgot.
yeah, Yahoo Mail is okay, I guess, but it deletes you if you don't use it enough. And then Yahoo Finance is decent, and that's about it.
Yeah, I was joking. I am okay with an F.
Then
I'm
F.
fine,
I still feel like
I'm fine with D too.
I would put Bing higher than Yahoo.
I mean,
Because Bing at least tries to like pay you money to use it.
that's actually true. That's actually a good thing to mention. Although I don't think Yahoo's committed any real crime to people.
They haven't done anything bad. They got outclassed.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Honestly,
like,
that's
Google made the ecosystem surrounding like the documents and like Drive and everything,
Like,
and Yahoo just couldn't catch up with their
Yahoo-
mail.
Yahoo could literally just drop off the face of the earth and never exist ever again, and nothing would happen.
It would not.
We would
I
be-
don't think it would
We would
impact
be
anybody.
perfectly fine.
Other
so,
than just the end of the world and everything, but So I'd say
so
D
D.
tier.
D.
I'm okay with the D. I don't think. Yeah, I think F is like for sites I hate their existence. I don't hate Yahoo's existence.
I feel like all the F sites so far has been like, I disagree with this ideology, therefore it's F, rather than like the purpose of the site and the UI of the
Well,
site.
Twitter and BuzzFeed.
Well, I mean, I think some of these sites I'm grading off their UI. Some of these sites I'm grading off of how I feel about it from my guttural reaction.
Well, it depends on like how bad the offense is for the specific feature.
And there's no like I don't have any specific criteria of why I give a site a site. It's just like this is my gut feeling.
Like BuzzFeed's news brings it down to F tier alone. The quiz,
Yeah.
I don't care about the quizzes, but the fucking news.
I don't like their content.
Like I'm
Their,
going.
their UI might be great. I don't even recall what their UI is, but I don't like their content. Therefore,
Their content is genuinely bad for people. I don't care if you like it. If you like BuzzFeed content, well, not to say that, occasionally BuzzFeed will have a good article on it, but
They have like real news now.
you can go to other websites for that. BuzzFeed has some good news and mostly just shitty news that are meant to spew nonsense. Twitter does the same, and Apple.com is unfortunately a victim of the horrible, horrible business metric that Apple uses. So, That's why they're in F tier. Not to say that, you know, we'll have other reasons for putting websites in F tier, but yeah.
Next one.
Oh, shit.
We
Sorry.
already did that one.
We already
You
did
were
that
in the,
one.
you were in the video. Start over.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
Literally who? I'm
F,
too young for this.
I'm gonna say
And
S, because that's the
I want
I
to say
used it in
C for
elementary
its
school.
historical context and value to the internet.
it's just like a search engine, right?
I
Yeah.
did,
It's
I think
literally
I think I
just a
did a
search engine.
research. I did a research thing on dinosaurs, and I think I used Ask Jeeves once or twice when I was in elementary.
And haven't used it in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
yeah, it's been like 20 years.
I've never used this.
So
Okay, I'm okay. I'm
S
okay
tier
with it
for
going
sure.
in N, but I do think I like its
No,
existence.
it
No,
doesn't.
not-
No, it deserves better. It deserves S
Yeah.
tier, Trevor.
Yeah, if it's on the board, it's
Clearly.
C or higher for me. But I mean, I don't use it. I just like
I
that.
would
It's,
say C then. I would vote
Like, I
C.
can't rate it.
I'd be okay
Is
with
it
C
good?
tier. It's not awful. I just
That's nice.
C for its historical significance.
yeah.
Oh boy, pretty good.
Ooh.
I don't know
Ooh.
about this one.
Good.
No,
I'm gonna
it's-
say
it's shit. You
C.
gotta like wait 10 minutes for every download, and then it goes at 200
Unless you
Well,
pay
kilobytes.
them
that's-
premium.
Well, you're
this is-
pirating
this is like
anyway.
D or F.
I'm gonna. No,
Pirating.
I'd say
Oh,
C
I'm
because it
calling the
provides a
police.
crucial content or
Yeah,
crucial.
that's basic from F. Okay, it's a D.
It provides a service. I hate the ads and like all the things around it, but like
I honestly, for the same reason, I would say the same, because it's YouTube too. Like, YouTube provides an excellent service to the world, but it's littered with ads and shitty people. So, in that way, I would say MediaFire would go in C.
yeah, I'm fine with the C. I think it's a C.
D.
Can't.
D. No, wait, it's worse than all the sites in C.
Hmm?
Worse than all the sites in C, right? I mean,
Yeah, but I like it better than all the sites in
maybe
D,
you're...
except for Tumblr.
Like, I don't know. I'd find myself appreciating MediaFire way more than TripAdvisor, or even Yahoo.
I agree.
Yeah, okay.
It's you know it's in between C and D for sure, but I think it's heavier on the C side. TurboTax. That's
tier.
What's
Because it's
that?
the go-to
that's a
for
solid
tax.
B to A.
That's
Mm.
F.
I mean,
It's probably good.
their interface is decent, but like they lobby to like keep themselves in existence.
Yeah.
Basically.
Because the government should be doing our taxes for free. Our taxes we shouldn't have to pay to do our taxes.
They should be, but they aren't. So TurboTax.
That's a
tier.
that's a
No,
political.
okay. If
I
they
mean,
lobbied to keep themselves in business by like keeping the
Yeah.
government out of helping out with taxes, then I'm
I mean, do you
wanna
think
bump 'em
that's?
down a
That's
peg.
exactly what they do.
I think that should be bumped down a peg.
But I'd give it an F.
I mean, that doesn't
That's
really
yeah.
tap into the functionality of the website, or really its.
Well, yeah.
Trevor, I'm not talking about the website.
We had that
We graded
argument,
Apple
like,
based
Apple
on the
on Twitter.
ecosystem. The company, the stuff that surrounds the website gives it context. So I would say put it in C.
F
C.
tier.
I
I really like the service they provide, but if they're like, I would have put it in B.
Yeah, I mean it is like a decent interface.
Yeah, I like what they provide, but I would just say like it
I
goes
think-
down a
I think
peg
D.
for
D.
for.
It should be-
Okay. Well, no, because like I.
D or C. I need.
C, because we're gonna have to compromise
Okay,
when
D.
everyone's all
D,
over the place.
D. Sure, D. D.
Okay, we'll settle and just put it in F.
Put your mom in
D.
F.
Yeah.
How many D votes do we have?
Well, I'm fine with D. Let's just put it in D.
all of
Zero.
it.
I think it should be bumped down. I think it's a good site, but I think it should be bumped down a peg for the reasons that you guys. I mean, not bumped down a D, but bumped down from what I think.
No, leave it.
Leave it in. Leave it.
Stay.
It's okay in D. I'm okay
No,
with it.
doesn't-
In D.
doesn't
Type in
go
the
into
chat.
DeviantArt and Tumblr.
Type your
No.
vote. Type your vote in the chat.
Then
Okay, my
DeviantArt
honest
and
vote-
Tumblr goes down to F.
My honest vote is C.
DCA. All right. Need Yana, Sean, and
D.
Sounds like the average is C.
D.
Okay.
That's what I've been saying.
Sean says D. Giannis or Tyler's A counteracts the two D's and puts them up at C's. So C.
Uh,
What was that?
What is
Blogger.
Google.
What the
blog.
fuck's that?
This
It's like
don't
if you want
It is
to run
quite
a
old.
blog.
It's quite old, but
It's
yeah.
really popular in like late 2000s,
Yes.
early 2010s. It's fine. It's a C, I guess,
Is it though?
or N. Maybe
I
N.
it's an
Maybe
N
N.
for me. I don't use it.
and
I would say N for me.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I don't
Okay.
know because I don't use California's DMV.
Well, I mean, this
Bio?
is just meant to mean any DMV website in general.
Okay, as bad as the DMV is, the website is actually not that like it
I
for
would
what
say-
for it keeping you from having to go to the DMV itself. I
That-
think like
That is my argument. I would want to put it in A because this website saves you from so much bullshit in the DMV.
But the website's still not very well designed.
no, I would put
Or
it
easy to
in
use.
I would put it in a C to B because when you go to the DMV, they still like to sign up for like the Real ID. They make you use their website, and it's not that good, but it saved me time from having to like, have another person like fill out paperwork. But it wasn't like an easy thing, and I had to ask as like
Yeah.
I mean,
Just so different. Right? Is it easy to use, Trevor?
I would say it's easy for people like us to use, but definitely I can see what you guys mean about like the average person would probably struggle a little bit because they just have like bullet point links.
yeah,
And
I
they
struggled
just-
to use.
and
Like
they
I
just
had to ask
expect
for
you-
clarification.
They expect you to read the whole bodies of text, and because it's hidden somewhere in there, it's like, please use the links below to access these particular documents to satisfy this random law or whatever thing you're trying to do to register your trailer for the road. It's a little bit unintuitive, and definitely someone who doesn't know much about web design would struggle quite a bit with getting stuff.
That's why I think it should be in C because it's fighting against a worse evil, which is why it's good, but in itself is like not good. Like if the DMV were good, it would not be good. And the only reason it's good is because there's something worse than it.
All right, well, I'll wait my opinion on B. So where are you guys at with it?
I would say a solid C.
C.
I don't care. I think B is fine.
Kian, Yana.
I would vote lower. C.
Never used it.
C for me.
We'll put it in C actually, because it seems like the sentiment is more in that. It's unfortunate because I feel like DMV does a pretty good service, but we'll leave it at that. Oh, I actually
and
Forbes.
I didn't get one with a white background, unfortunately, but does
This website
anybody?
has a giant paywall, right? I don't think I've ever actually read an article successfully.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So that's probably an N or an F.
You know, like it's supposed to talk about like money and stuff like that, but it doesn't half the time. So,
F.
and it has paywalls. Yeah, probably F tier.
All right.
I've been stopped by their giant like please accept my cookie ad. Like it's not an ad, but like the pop up, and like every time I get that, I'm like, well, I guess I'm not gonna read your site because I can't even like see if I
Hey.
want to.
It used to be F,
A
now D.
tier.
Mm,
No, it used to be S. Now it's A tier.
Yeah, sure.
A or
yeah,
B?
I'm
Because
fine with an A or B.
all the content and almost everything is good about the site. The only downside is how YouTube screws people over.
Yeah,
It's choosy on content, but most people can still use the platform, and I feel like 90 to 95% of the time you have good experience on the site.
yeah. Like I still use it more than most other almost any other website. So
Same. Bruh.
Oh, what?
I have
the
Is
fuck
this-
is that?
is this a furry website?
I think it is. Yeah.
N
So,
And
or F because it's furry.
and but you furries can rate it.
F for furry.
F for furries.
And none of us is.
Yeah, none-
Are you
Where did you
sure
get it?
how
Where
to-
did you find that, Trevor?
I just went to a list of like popular furry websites.
Oh, okay.
And it was
Why
in there.
would you include it?
I was
You
like,
don't
Trevor,
know
are these all the sites that you go
It's to
to?
rat some people out here. like Kian and Trevor.
Oh, dang it.
Ooh, giant Amazon.
S.
No, keep it that size. It's representative of how they're going to
Yeah.
take over.
A.
Well, no, honestly,
Yeah.
their interface kind of sucks with like the categories. It's way too complicated.
Yeah, I found it very difficult to like
There's
search.
like 40
things.
links.
Hmm?
UI is bad, but
Let me send you a
it's good.
screenshot here.
I'd say A.
A.
But
yeah.
all you really need is, I mean,
It's
most of the
better
time
than
you're
Alibaba, but
buying
it's
or searching for something. So A tier, S if Amazon was a better.
it's great if it's like a product that Amazon has like in stock in one of its warehouses. But when you're trying to buy from third-party sellers, it's like really complicated, and I don't like it. Like they intentionally like kind of shove the
If
third parties
Amazon
under the
wasn't
rug.
so ruthless with their business practices, I'd say S tier. But
I would I'm mentally distancing myself from this because of my experience with Amazon, so
Oh yeah, Trevor.
I apologize, but I will accept A.
Pretty
Oh,
good.
I would say A
well, that's an S tier.
Yeah.
or S.
A or
yeah.
Although I don't
A,
use it too
um,
often, but it fits what it.
That's what I
use.
used all the time when I was going to college.
Where else do you get quality products for a good price? S tier,
Rise or Micro Center.
but also Newegg.
B
Yeah, I think
or
B
A.
because like they don't have that many reviews on the site, honestly.
So
And well, I don't. I've always
I've never bought from them, so I can't speak.
because I've always told people to look at the reviews before buying, but Newegg's reviews don't really help all that much. It's like, oh, it's got 4 eggs. Well,
that's why you figure it out elsewhere and then go buy a Newegg.
could do that.
And
And
Yeah.
I
And
haven't used
So-
this one.
Sorry.
who even uses dating sites?
I've used Farmers Only and Black
But we're in
People
the
Meet,
age
and let me
of,
tell you,
like,
I got a
Tinder and
hit.
Bumble and stuff like that.
S.
Netflix.
ooh,
S.
probably an S.
A tier.
It's like an S
But
or an
also,
A.
but then why does Netflix never have the things that you're specifically looking for on it?
Because Hulu has it.
And it has that stupid timeout thing as well.
Well, that's what you get for watching The Office for 10 hours straight.
Yeah,
Hey, don't-
I say S. I say S.
You say S?
I say
Alright.
S.
Okay. I'd be willing to accept S because the few experiences that I have with Netflix are pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad. I think the only thing like that's damaged it is like the competition in the market went the wrong way with like people buying up license. But yeah. All right. Between wherever Yahoo is, a step up. So C tier
Yeah,
because
C.
they pay
C's
they
right.
pay you money
The
and give you like
search
benefits.
the search is not as good as Google, but also they don't siphon your data like Google does, and they also pay you, so it's pretty
Yeah.
good. I'd give it a B.
Bing Images is good for porn.
Okay, so who thinks B and who thinks C?
B.
I think
I would
C.
say C.
I'd say C because I
I
think
actually
I would
use-
put
I
if
use
DuckDuckGo's
it.
on here, I'd put DuckDuckGo on B and Google on A.
No, not Google wouldn't go in A.
Where would you put Google?
S.
C. I don't use this.
N, honestly.
C.
Don't use it enough.
I don't use it.
It's for artsy shit, in my opinion. That's a
That's why I don't use it.
C.
yeah.
C because it helps me find that obscure YouTube video that got deleted.
Helps you find
Yeah,
that
Interface is
obscure
fine. I
midget
just
porn.
never have a
Yeah,
reason.
it's fine. It's just it's too hard. It has too much competition, but
Not
like
enough content. So
yeah,
C.
and not enough content. C.
I'm trying to move things along a bit quicker because we're past halfway, but there's still quite a bit left. Probably about 20.
A or S.
Since Bing is in C, I'd put Google in D tier.
I'd put Google in A.
A.
D.
Google solid.
Steals your
Google's
data.
the best search results.
Creepy.
I've tried so many different search engines to get off Google, but like they're the best.
It blocks.
Also,
conservative
Google has
stuff.
biased. Yeah, Google has biased results as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
But
like
sometimes I like the biased results. Like I get not
I
all the
don't like
time
them. Why would you like biased results?
because like if it knows what I'm trying to get at better, then like it's helpful. Like if I'm trying to look
Also,
up like,
their
politics,
business
I don't think it's
practices
good.
are
But
similar to Amazon's as well, so I'd bump it down a peg for that.
yeah, that's why I'm saying. That's why I bump it down from S. Like it is the search engine I stand by and
Its
use,
search,
but I
its
don't
search
like it.
function is good. I don't like, I don't like its biased results. I don't like how it takes your data.
I don't like any of those things either. But the fact that it gives
I
me
don't like
access
its
to a
business
free
practices.
text editor
And also,
PowerPoint,
Bing pays you, so bro, just use Bing for like a week.
but I can't get like my Google Docs, my Gmail,
You
and
can
my.
keep using the Virgin Google. Meanwhile, I'll be using the Chad Bing.
I think it's gotta be an A. But what is Sean's opinion?
I say A.
Yeah, I'm inclined to say A. What do you think, Trevor?
I I'll put it in B.
Damn. That's the website and the whole internet, man. We're putting it in B.
That we're putting the internet in B.
S.
G2A. Now this is pirating I can get behind. S tier.
Gotta love that gray market.
When it works, it's great, but when it doesn't
Yeah.
work, it's frustrating. I've been burned by it once. It took me like
I've
a
never
week.
been burnt, although I don't
all
know
of it.
what that experience would be like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it'd be like either. I would just be like, "Well, I lost $5."
I just haven't been burned.
I'd
So
say
I would say S, although it is a bit sketchy.
I'd
would-
say B.
Yeah,
I would
at
understand
least
it
down
being a
one
little
for the
lower.
sketchy factor.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
down one for the sketchy factor.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I can agree with
A or
that.
B,
I'd say
both.
I'd change mine to A.
I'd say B, but I'm okay with an A.
Trevor, did you put
Hmm?
deep web sites on this?
No.
Damn.
No,
Those will all be N.
not
No,
every,
no,
not
no,
everybody is.
Yeah, I've
using
never been on deep web.
Oh,
I don't want myself on no NSA list. I plan on doing sketchy stuff in the future.
Solid website right there.
I would say
pretty good.
B, I'd say.
Yeah. A or B.
A or B.
Yeah, A. Reviews are good. Well, it's worse than Rotten Tomatoes. Is Rotten Tomatoes in this list?
No,
No,
Rotten Tomatoes is
Rotten
worse than
Tomatoes.
IMDb.
Yeah, I agree with Tyler.
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
this is worse than Rotten Tomatoes or better?
It is worse
I
because
think-
Rotten Tomatoes deletes reviews and is completely biased. It has an agenda. IMDb does not.
So in that case, would you want it to go in A?
I'd say
B.
A or B, I guess.
Yeah, A or B. Break the tie.
A.
Someone.
They're owned by Amazon now.
Oh,
Yeah.
B. B tier.
I vote A. It's a solid website. It gives you a lot of information, and you can even find movie times on there. It's very versatile and useful.
I'll put it in A. I find myself at this website more often than I probably would think otherwise, so actually I could probably put it over here.
That's fair.
Okay. Is this the same one? Nope.
Woohoo. S.
What's this?
Clutch. Urban Dictionary.
This.
Oh,
Oh.
Urban Dictionary. Okay, S tier.
Yeah. A lot of enjoyment found
This-
on this site.
This website provides a service.
Absolutely.
Humankind. S tier.
S tier.
What is that?
This is where all the memes come from.
This is 4chan.
4chan.
Basically.
Yeah.
They have an investigations team. Weaponized autism.
I
They
would.
can do anything, Trevor.
I
I'm
would.
trying to
I
think of
would knock
reasons
it
for it to
down.
not be an S, and I can't think of any.
I would knock it down a peg for some of the toxicity. I think is a bit much.
They're very
Yeah,
It's never too much.
See,
It's
that's-
wrong.
That's the
That's
thing, though.
what makes it good.
I thought of that, and that's the nature of 4chan. you can't take that away from this website because that's what makes this website able to be the environment that it is. The great ideas
Yeah,
that
but
came
I
out
don't-
of it would
I
not
don't-
have come out of it if it didn't work in that way.
Okay, but I don't like that it has to work. Like I knew a kid in high school who like could not relate to other high schoolers because he spent his whole time on 4chan. And I like tried to be his friend, but he would shout like shitty 4chan memes, and like I guarantee he would have been happier without it.
Yeah,
And also like
I
the
mean,
spreading of like some like things, like I don't know, like autism hate that I don't particularly like, that like heavily centers on 4chan stuff. Like for me, I dislike that.
I can
like-
get on that. It's just, I mean, are you going to want to blame that on the website as much as the people who use it?
Yeah.
Kind
Well,
of
I
a-
would blame
I mean,
it on the website because like I think
So right now
Well,
the
I-
debate is punting it down to A for that reason.
yeah, I would punt it down to A. Like I
So
don't
what-
S tier.
S.
I don't think
I think A is a good compromise here.
I don't think it's a perfect site. And I
Because
think it's inherently never gonna be a perfect site based on like the site it is.
Compromises between S or A. There's no middle currently.
Well, I would want to put it in A because of basically the fact that all these and F are down here. So we can't do that without doing this, really. Like
Yeah, and also
basically rating 4chan so high, but also accounting for the political outcomes of the existence of the website.
Like it has flaws. It's always gonna have flaws. That's what makes the site it is. And I think like some people really like that and some people don't.
Ooh, yeah. S.
Newgrounds.
I mean, I haven't been there in like 10 years.
Same.
A tier for what it gave us in the 2000s.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
I don't. That the site is. I think it's mostly dead right now, and people have mostly moved on. But for what it gave us, alone, I would put an A tier.
I agree with his logic.
PayPal.
It's
It works.
yeah, it works. It's B. That's all I have to
B.
say about it. Oh, but also, yeah. I mean, normally I put it in A, but their PayPal readers. I know it's not related to the website, but it connects to the website. Are the trashiest card readers I've ever. So
Yeah, I think I've tried to use those once and it didn't work.
they never work because for some reason they also need to connect to Bluetooth, and they don't for some reason, and then they magically do.
I
Never used PayPal, so
what?
yep.
Damn. Okay. Well, I almost want to put it in A because PayPal has given us just. It was the first mainstream website to give us the ability to basically just have an email and give people money or receive money, just like that, instead of having to rely on a bank account and credit cards.
My payment processor.
So
It's okay.
it's
B.
okay. B.
I think it's a B as well.
B.
And I use it extensively.
Sean.
I would say A just for being like like your argument being a pioneer, the first of, kind of the first of its kind
Yana.
to set the trend.
A.
So, but I've never used it. I kind of think Venmo is better.
Bro, I use it all the time.
I actually prefer PayPal over, but I think Venmo is owned by PayPal, isn't it?
I think so.
What'd
I'm
they do
not
that
sure.
for? Why did they think to...
They got bought by them, I think.
Hmm.
Ooh, this
S.
is one of my favorite
S tier
websites.
for
I would
sure.
say S.
Fuck yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
It has its problems, but that does not offset it from S tier.
Yeah, S is solid.
I know everyone gets all squeamish about traffic metrics being recording Android phones that are all out there in the mix, even though they haven't been voluntarily... basically, they track your phone without telling you. But it's the same as
Nice.
fucking anything. Like, I don't care.
I kind of figured that when I
I
was
like the
using
fact
it.
that this gives me extremely accurate traffic measurements.
Yeah, like
That's
had they
fucking cool.
asked me, I would say yes.
But you have to also have the understanding that most people are not going to say yes.
But like, and I get that. So like, I'm actually okay. This is an instance where I'm okay with them. Like, they're giving a service and they're not asking it like because like their service is based around people participating in it.
Yeah.
So like, if you don't participate in it, you're like straight up a leecher, where it's not, instead of like them selling your data, where it's like, okay, you're not really leeching so much as the company kind of violating your privacy. So I'm okay with it.
Gmail. Was great.
S. Pretty good.
Yes.
I
A?
have to say S. on this
S
one.
was fine, yeah.
It's like there's plenty of other free email clients out there, but every time one comes out with a cool new feature, Gmail just immediately one-ups it. So yeah.
As
Gmail.
much as I'm opposed to Google, yeah, the maps and the mail are the ones that I can't avoid.
F.
I don't use it.
What is Kotaku?
It's like a
It's
game
a
reviews
it's a
website.
gaming-oriented news website.
It's trash.
It has some of the same sort of problems as BuzzFeed, where there's a lot of biased writers. But do we not have enough people to give an opinion on it?
Yeah, I haven't.
I don't use it.
So.
I don't have an opinion.
Alright, we have to put it in then, unfortunately. I probably should have put eHarmony and Kotaku on top of each other.
But we all know it's F, right? Like, in our hearts. Ooh, LinkedIn's pretty good. A or B.
LinkedIn really spams you and does some sketchy shit to try to get
I've
you
never
to...
found anything on LinkedIn. I don't know if it's just me being making it more recently, or how have your guys' experience been? Have you
Tyler, I'm
ever
gonna
found
connect with you on LinkedIn right now.
noise?
Yeah, I've never found, like, I know what the purpose is, but I've never found a purpose in using the site.
Like I hope it can one day provide me some decent networking, but I've never had that happen before.
Yeah.
So I would say I don't know. I'm fairly new on the site, so I'd say B for now.
Dude, Tyler, what is your last name? Is it Ice Wolf?
No, it's a fuck.
Tyler Icewolf.
Forgot.
Yeah, that's my last name and my first name, by the way. My first name is Ice, and my last name is Wolf.
Wasn't it like
I'll type it in the
ESP?
chat here.
Isn't that like a
Okay.
funny last
Oh,
name? Yeah.
Something made up.
Oh, I thought you typed in Beepus.
Yeah, I did. How'd you guess?
Oh, good job not saying your last name on a video that's going up on YouTube, Tyler. I'm proud of you.
Yup.
I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, I did.
PC Gamer. Is this to like build PCs?
I don't use it.
I use PC Part Picker, but
PC Part Picker is a good website.
yeah, if that's on here, I love that site.
I don't think it is, so I suppose I can grab it if you guys want to rate it. Oh, another missing background.
Bloomberg. More like
Another
Boomerberg.
wall site.
I don't use it.
Well, you get like 5 free articles a month or something, and yeah, I've read them. They're pretty good content.
You're
but,
subscribed to it, Kian.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was recent.
Trevor, your stuff is in the screen right there.
Sorry, I'm getting that website real quick for y'alls.
Try dragging it instead of just drag it into Photoshop.
Well, I kind of want to save it because,
Sure.
yeah, need an aliased image file. All right, where are we rating Bloomberg? N?
I don't use it.
And
And
what is this?
And
Do you have Rap Genius on here? That's a good website.
no.
It's either.
Yet no one's ever used this.
Nope.
no.
Nope.
I can just type the lyrics into, or a couple of the lyrics into.
I've noticed recently that
Sure.
Google literally just pulls up the lyrics in its own web box. It doesn't direct you to a link or a page that has the lyrics on it.
C.
Dropbox. Yeah, it's a tier. It has limited use.
The
and
worst Google Drive.
Yeah,
This is
pretty much. It
it's
just gets
yeah,
outclassed.
It
Who actually uses this? I don't know how they're still in business.
I don't.
I think
yeah.
I've used this like a couple times several years ago, and then I just forgot that it exists.
Well, I think it's got the same problem that TeamViewer has, where it's basically put itself out there and it exists to promote itself. It has a free platform, but it's very, very annoying to use because it's always choking down your throat. Hey, if you pay $5 a month, you'll get 5 gigabytes of extra space with us. Wait, are we putting it in C or D?
I'd actually bump it down personally.
D?
Yeah, D's probably good.
D's okay with me.
Alright.
Oh, S.
S.
Oh yeah, S.
I've
Very
or
useful.
wait, that's the wrong site. Or did they change their UI? 'Cause downloadmoreram.com like 20 times and been satisfied every time.
Hmm? I mean, we'll put it in S. Because it's just good. It's neat.
I've never used it. I don't know literally half these sites.
Oh, I guess it is the same
Ooh,
site.
S S S S S.
Yeah, this is S. I set up a monthly donation with them because I just go to it a fair amount.
Because you're rich.
It's $5 a month.
That's rich.
Yeah. I spend that much on my monthly groceries.
Yeah, that's more than I make in a year.
I'm okay with this. I think they do an amazing thing.
I've never used it before.
It's like
You
people
never
that-
really for like a broken link or something? You just go to archive.org, plug it in, and they usually have it.
I mean, I might have ran into it here and there, but so anybody else besides Danny, Yana, and Kian used it? Tyler?
No.
Well,
Come on, come on.
I'll put it in S because the 3 who voted for it all think it belongs in S. So
What is it? I didn't even see what it was.
Internet Archive.
Oh.
It's like it just saves more stuff.
B.
Ooh.
That's an A. For,
Is this a website?
yeah, just the
Technically,
website.
yes.
Oh, just the well, the website lets you use
Well, it's
your
pretty much
account.
the same thing. I'll count it as the same thing, pretty much.
It
So,
is like the Steam client launches your games, but the Steam platform on the website does everything else that the client does.
I'd say A, just because it isn't the client, but I
Yeah.
would probably just put the client in A anyway. So. S2.
F.
Damn.
B.
B.
hmm
I think he said D.
Oh,
I said B.
He said D.
Hmm.
I said B.
F.
I am the authority on this, Yana. Don't test me.
Well, it should go below 4chan.
well, 4chan's an A.
Yeah,
It
so
should
B.
It should go in B. If it's gonna be like, I would say S, but I would also put 4chan in S. But since 4chan's in A, I'd put this.
Because Reddit functions a lot of the same as 4chan, doesn't it?
Reddit is 4chan with a condom on.
Yeah, people are nice to each other on Reddit.
I always
It's for
want,
soy boys. They ban really good subreddits.
You mean like the
Like,
rape
I don't know,
one?
like fat people hate.
Yeah, but
Like debate fascism. It's pretty good.
Yeah, because they want it to be rotund. People hate.
well, I almost want to put it in C because of the weighting.
Oh yeah, the freaking like mobile app is trash. They
True.
changed it, and the redesign
That's
is also trash.
And that's where, I mean, I think most
What
people
is
go
that?
to mobile
I'm
app.
too young for this.
I mean, it died out kind of before I even started using social media. So
Same.
I never
yeah,
used it.
MySpace was never very good. I mean, it introduced everyone to CSS, which was great.
Where do you guys think it belongs, though?
And I think it could have done well.
B?
I'd say
B.
solid.
I'm with that. Anybody disagree?
What is it? SoundCloud? Yeah. Fine with B.
S.
Oh, S.
S tier.
F.
Excuse me.
F.
Can I
Get out.
can I help
Get
you?
out.
Who hurt you?
F.
Why F?
Did they
What are you
once
talking
again
about?
ask for your
F,
financial
F,
support?
S.
Because it's
S.
unreliable.
It is pretty unreliable, but
But you can
it
go
has a
down to the
special place in
sources.
my heart.
Part Bay Yard.
S.
B.
S.
Oh,
Or A.
hmm. Private trackers are better.
Can we make a new Yarg tier for the Pirate Bay?
Yard. I'm okay with that. Wait, what did you say, Yana? What's better?
Private trackers in general instead of Pirate Bay. But it's pretty good. Like it's got most stuff.
But like, can you search private trackers
Yeah,
for
you
like
can.
whatever
Yeah.
you want? Where do you search them?
Well, you got to go like log into these websites. Like I'm in a private music torrent site.
Does it have closed membership?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. No, not
It's
anybody
not
can just
accessible.
do that.
Like, if I'm like, wow, I really want to like get this one thing, I don't want to like have to join the group.
Yeah, you got to work for it. Pirate Bay is solid.
I'd put it in S.
S. So I'm thinking A because yes, it's fantastic, but I don't know. It's got the problems with most tracker websites like it, and it's
Okay, that's fair. It's not up all the time.
its reliability is not positively. I think it belongs in A. This is the last one, by the way, guys.
Wait, are you telling me you don't have Pornhub or Jennifer.net?
Yeah, Trevor, what are you doing?
Oh!
Okay, good.
Oh.
N.
S tier.
S.
Well, wait. What is even the current website? I haven't been there in so long.
Doesn't matter. It brought us all here, so S tier.
S tier. Found a lot of my friends on that
S.
site.
There are exactly 2 forum posts.
Is that it?
There we go.
I mean, there's other websites that I go to, like New York Times. But I don't know if anyone else has any suggestions.
I don't really like rating news sites just because it's like I don't particularly like gravitate towards any one.
You gotta throw that in S tier.
Pretty
I'd give it a B for Bub.
Bub. Poor
Or
Bub.
Born Bub.
Yeah. I'd say S tier.
So Pornhub doesn't have any issues, huh?
Nope.
I mean, it's whatever X Hamster is, right? It's the same thing.
So
No,
why
it's
does it go
not.
in S rather than C?
The selection's better. The like with related videos or whatever are
Overall
usually quite
quality.
related.
Its search engine's good.
And it uploads other stuff like music and things that get banned from other places.
Yeah, it's like great for watching like banned videos off of YouTube. I'd say B to A.
So
It
B
has
or
a-
A? Like, why wouldn't it go in A? Is there any reason why it wouldn't go in A?
Because it's porn.
Again,
No,
we,
I think
we considered that with X Hamster.
I think my issues with the site are mostly on like its front, like kind of like the YouTube recommended page. I have an issue with like its recommended page, but like Other than that, I think it's fine.
Hmm. It's definitely a better quality than.
Well,
Anything else?
What was the other
we
one?
can go video to video and compare them to the other ones.
Yeah, I think that's the plan, Tyler. I'm okay. I'm okay with an A or a B. I
What are
really
we
don't.
voting? What are we voting?
A.
A,
S.
S. We'll put it in A. All right. And that is our website's tier list.
What about
Don't
uh
forget
do
to
we
like
think?
and
about
subscribe.
about World Star Hip Hop, huh?
Team World Light here.
World Star.
World
Star.
Star. World Star.
Ooh.
It would be a B.
It'd be in W tier for World Star.
So Trevor, I'm trying to get to round 20 on Gauntlet, and I'm at bored to death, and I have 990 points, and no more boards to fix.
S tier.
And I'm on my second strike. I've already had 2 strikes.
Oh, Sean.
So dumb. I'm so pissed.
I'd rate your experience S tier.
Yeah, this is like Ice Wolf luck right here.
Nice. Maybe it's because I'm in the chat.
F to pay respects.
What about hot singles moms in your area looking to hook up?
S tier because it works every time.
You sure that's?
That's also how I got my free iPad.
Yeah.
I was the 1,000th visitor to that site.
Nice. That's how I also got my millionth dollar.
Sponge Boy, me Bob.
Sponge boy me bob.
So dumb.
Oh wait, that's not it. Oh no, that is it. There you go, guys. But yeah, Danny, you should definitely check out SCP Wiki. I think you'd like it.
No, definitely. Will do.
So, all right. There we go.